we're friends. Yeah, we're friends. And to this friendship I will tend. We're friends. Everyone will mend because we're friends.
Because we're friends, because we're friends. Because we're friends, because we're friends. Because we're friends, because we're friends.
So don't pretend.
Because we're friends, because we're friends.
And don't offend.
Because we're friends, because we're friends.
Cause I will commit.
Because we're friends, because we're friends.
With every email that I send.
Because we're friends, because we're friends.
Cause it'll pay big dividends.
Because we're friends, because we're friends.
Which is,
Because
we're friends. In spite of everything you do. Because we're friends. In spite of what my other friends would recommend. Yeah, we're friends. And together we will blend. Because we're friends. Yeah, we're friends. And despite all the latest trends. Because we're friends. Yeah, we're friends. And our friendship will transcend. Because we're friends. Yeah, we're friends. 4 out of 5 doctors recommend. Because we're friends. Yeah, we're friends. So take the hand that I extend. And when the song comes to an end, we will be friends.
We're waiting every night to finally roam and invite newcomers to play with us. Many years we've been all alone. We're forced to be still and play the same songs we've known since that day. And the buster took our life away. Now we're stuck here to decay. Please let us get in, don't lock us away. We're not like what you're thinking. We are poor little souls who have lost all control, and we're forced here to take that toll. We've been all alone, stuck in bars, little zone since 1987. When us be our friend, we'll just be stuck in the bed. Not more looking at 5 nights at Freddy's. Is this where you wanna be? I just don't get it. Why would you want to stay at 5 nights at Freddy's? Is this where you wanna be? I just don't get it. Why do you want to stay 5 nights at Freddy's? We're really quite surprised that we get to see you another night. Should have looked for another job. Should have said to this place goodbye. Yeah, it's like there's so much more. Maybe you've been in this place before. We remember a face like yours. Seem acquainted with those doors. Please let us get in, don't bar us away. We're not like what you're thinking. We are poor little souls who have lost our control, and we're forced here to take that role. We've been all alone, stuck in our little zone since 1987. Join us, be your friend, just be stuck in the bed. Not roll your got 5 nights at Freddy's. Is this where you wanna be? I just don't get it. Oh, why do you want to stay 5 nights at Freddy's? Is this where you wanna be? I just don't get it. Oh, why do you want to stay 5 nights at Freddy's? To stay